in their local party. We have the gubernatorial race that's coming up. We have got to get this agenda that President Trump has set. We have to get everyone in the states on board with that. And in Georgia, that is ground central for getting Ossoff out. He has got to go.
Right.
Go ahead. Was that Debbie or Marcy?
It is. Hey, this is Debbie. One thing I would like to add is I don't believe Governor Kemp is going to run for Senate. I think he will take the University of Georgia chancellor's position will be open when Governor Kemp leaves office. It pays $2 million a year. He could easily get that position. I think he's going to do that, but I want to give you a dark horse for U.S. Senate, and I think he currently holds statewide office, and his name is Tyler Harper. He's the agricultural person here in Georgia, head of the Department of Agricultural Commission. He's very much MAGA, very pro-Trump, but he's a little bit more low-key. And I'm hearing he's looking at putting his hat in the ring, and if he does, you watch out, because I think he will be the front runner if he decides to get in.
Thanks for that, Debbie. Marcy McCarthy, Sally mentioned there's also going to be a contested gubernatorial race. How do you think that plays out on the Republican side and the Democrat side? Who are the contenders on the gubernatorial race, and who do you think would be the favorite at this moment?
Absolutely. The favorite on the Republican side, certainly Chris Carr has declared his candidacy for governor. He's our current state attorney general. But in the wings right now, we are in an active legislative session, but is expected to announce once that session closes is Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, and a lot of the MAGA folks and everyone there is presuming he will be the front runner and may even get President Trump's endorsements pretty quickly out of the gate. Additionally, on the Democrat side, there's this it'll be contested race as well. So the former CEO from DeKalb County, which is Michael Thurmond, he's a contender. Lucy McBath, who's a congresswoman here in Georgia, she's being kind of floated around. It was an article this morning in the AJC that she's being floated around. And former mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, who was the worst mayor ever.
Terrible mayor.
And so she's expressed her interest in a gubernatorial run as well. So it's going to be very dynamic on both sides of the aisle. And again, we've got to have our game in place, our ground game in place, and all our grassroots fired up, because we cannot lose our governor's leadership in this. So we can't be kind of, on the sidelines, so it will work itself out. No, it's not going to work itself out. We've got to work hard for the candidates that stay neutral if you are party chair or things like that, like Sally and I in the primaries, but in the general, we've got to go double down. We cannot lose our governor's race. And we need to also be looking at all of our statewide our constitutional officers. So we're going to be having, contested races for lieutenant governor. We're going to have on the Secretary of State side, there's a lot of speculation of who might run. We've got to replace Brad Raffensperger overall.
You said Brad Raffensperger. If I could just jump in for a minute, Marcy.
Sure.
We wrote extensively at the Georgia Star News and the Star News Network about Raffensperger, how he handled the 2020 election. Most of our reporting pointed out a number of flaws. I'm being kind in the way he handled it. Catch me up. Is he considering running for governor, or what's his political future?
After yesterday's tweet around the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act, shaming Ossoff and Warnock, it looked like he was eyeballing that Senate race. But we need to get rid of Raffensperger first.
Oh, so you think Raffensperger is looking at the Senate race rather than the gubernatorial race?
I do. I think there's, you don't really make a comment on your Twitter about protection of women and girls in sports, denouncing that whole situation, if you're not eyeballing that race. I mean, and he's never really commented on any of this, whoever is overall. So, he's never had any kind of commentary. So my guess is they probably ran the tweet, and to see what kind of
See what
reaction
happens.
they got.
That is some very interesting news. So Peace Crew, Marsha McCarthy, Sally Grubbs, and Debbie Dooley, it's such a great privilege to speak with you. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having us. We enjoyed being with you. Thanks for having us.
Pleasure.
All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, America's Sheriff David Clark, will be joining us. I'm Michael Patrick Leahy, pinch hitting for the Babe Ruth of talk radio, the Godzilla of truth, John Frederick. Back after this.
If you or a loved one needs a kidney transplant, count on the experienced team at the WVU Medicine Transplant Alliance. Our board-certified nephrologists and surgeons are trained to care for patients with the most complex kidney conditions, using the latest treatments and advances in organ transplantation. At WVU Medicine, you are not a number. Our expert team makes it a priority to get to know you and give you a more personalized experience. Visit wvumedicine.org/transplant.
If you want to follow West Virginia University sports, baseball, football, basketball, women's basketball, golf, it doesn't matter what it is. There is one website right here in West Virginia that's going to knock your socks off. You get the best scholars, you get the best coverage, you get the insight, you get beat writers, you get it all. WVSportsNation.com. WVSportsNation.com. Bookmark it, share it. Your go-to place for West Virginia University athletics. WVSportsNation.com. Mighty Dog Roofing of Morgantown is your home's best friend for roofing, siding, and gutter installation. At Mighty Dog Roofing, we are more than just your typical residential and commercial roofing company. As an industry leader endorsed by top manufacturers like Owens Corning and James Hardy, we are fully committed to delivering superior service and innovative products that exceed expectations with every job. Check out MightyDogRoofing.com for a complimentary inspection today. Save big money on your next painting project at Lennar. Get a paint that combines gorgeous color and durability. Dutch Boys Platinum Plus is a paint and primer with a protective finish that guards against scuffs, spills, and stains. Refresh your home today with Dutch Boy paint. Get a gallon on sale now through March 9th. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now. And all mine comes in a little joke. What's this next, Jeff? Your desk, man. It's huge. You're making me feel inadequate. Well, I did do an outdoor design. Thinking of me a real showstopper. Showstopper? Putting it mildly. I'm talking deck anything. Well, Jeff, size does matter. And outdoor design's delivered. All right. I'm calling outdoor design. I need some decoration. Outdoor Design, 698 Middletown Road in Fairmont. Check them out on Facebook or online at OutdoorDesignWV.com. Moses Auto Group, West Virginia's largest auto dealer, invites you to experience the new Moses Toyota and Moses Mitsubishi of Morgantown. Formerly University Motors, Moses Auto Group is expanding hours. Now open Monday through Friday till 8 p.m., Saturdays till 6. Moses is expanding inventory of all new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And Moses is expanding access to the largest online inventory in the state. Only from Moses Auto Group on Don Knotts Boulevard and online at MosesCars.com.
Is the price and hassle of air travel putting your plans on hold? Take to the skies from Morgantown Municipal Airport. Forget about that hour-plus drive to Pittsburgh, those sky-cap tips, and the eye-watering parking fees. At MGW, you'll find low fares, quick check-ins, and lots of free parking. With the daily flights to Washington Dulles and Chicago O'Hare, the world is just a flight away. Start your journey at home with Morgantown Municipal Airport. Fly easy. Fly local.
Hey folks, Al Green here. It's a fact of life that we all depend on cell service to stay connected to everyone we know. Every day calls drop. Even worse, you enter a location like an office building or school and suddenly you're in a dead zone with no way to reach the outside world. In an emergency situation, with towers down and no signal to be found, you'll just stop. Whatever the situation, you need reliable communication. That's why you need a sat phone. It's reliable, durable, and keeps working when other networks fail. With a sat phone, you've always got bars and global coverage. Make calls from your sat phone to any regular cell phone in the United States. The phones are $1,500 value, but you can get them free. Just sign up for a 15-month plan, $94.95 a month. Get 150 minutes monthly that roll over to the next month. Go 3 months without using them, that's fine. Yes, 3 months, 450 minutes, all yours. Visit SAT123.com or call 855-980-5830. SAT123.com, 855-980-5830. Call now.
This is Ron Carmichael, CEO of Soul-T. Soul-T soft gel capsules are a super enriched extract from green tea that will help you manage your cholesterol and strengthen your cardiovascular system. Over 1 million Americans suffer a stroke or heart attack every year. Heart disease is the #1 killer every year. Please take care of yourself. Go to GodzillaHeart.com to order Soul-T today. Use the code Godzilla. Get 50% off your first shipment and 3 bottles for the price of 2 thereafter. Thanks so much.
TireGet.com. That's TireGet.com. Online tire retailer. Everything you need in tires. 11 different brands, all at the right price. Great customer service, and we mount balance the new tires that you buy right by your house. It's the fastest, most convenient, and best priced way to get tires in the United States. And it's a benefit for you, the listeners and viewers of the John Credits Radio Network. So when you go to TireGet, please remember to use the Godzilla promo code for an extra 3% off on your tire purchase to support the movement. Now it's winter. If you're slipping on the slide, time for new tires. You know it. You can feel it. Let's be safe out there. Go to TireGet.com for everything you need for your winter tire needs. TireGet.com. Better deals than Walmart. Save an extra 3% with promo code Godzilla. Support our tire company and the movement. Visit TireGet.com today. 48 minutes. And you know, my reaction was when I heard Bret Baier or Bret Hume say, this is the longest address of this type to a joint session of Congress in presidential history. My thought was, it didn't drag. It moved along. What was your thought on the speech itself?
Yeah, the policy part at the beginning moved along briskly, but he had to get a lot in because he's talking about his vision for the country for the next 4 years. So I don't know how anybody would want to complain that it took so long for an hour and a half of a speech that's going to cover 4 years. And he wanted to, those things are not just to members of Congress. He's talking to the American people, and he's laying it out. He's making the case. And he's doing so without being able to be, what should I say, disjointed by the Democrat and the liberal and the progressive talking points in between. They got to wait until the end with whoever that Slatkin was that delivered the common speech. And I still want to know, Michael, here's a question I was asking some people I was watching the thing with last night. Why do we even have this counter speech to the president's address? The Constitution calls for the president's address. It doesn't say it has to be televised. Of course, the Constitution says a written form of the State of the Union. I think it was in the 50s when it started to televise. But it doesn't say that the other side gets time for a counter narrative. So why do we even bother with that?
Well, in terms of, think about this. The State of the Union speech is delivered in front of a live audience with all that drama. The other parties respond. There's an element of federal communication law that